All right, well, hello everybody in Round Rock ISD. My name is Ryan Smith. I'm the Professional Development Supervisor for the district, and I'm here with Sherry Dotson today from Academic Partnerships. And we're lucky enough to have her visiting our district to share some opportunities we have for our teachers to earn some degrees online. I'm going to turn this over to her for a little bit. She's going to share some of the opportunities through Academic Partnerships, and then at the end, we'll give you some contact information if you do have any further questions. So at that point, I'm going to turn it over to Sherry, and she's going to take over.
Thank you, Ryan. I really appreciate it. We are excited to sharing with Round Rock ISD. As he said, I'm with Academic Partnerships, and what Academic Partnerships does is we partner with state-accredited universities. Universities such as University of Texas Arlington, Lamar University, to name a couple. And we're going to let you know about the online degrees that you can get 100% online, and these courses are taught by the same professors that teach on campus. So I know everyone is very busy. I'm going to pull up a PowerPoint so you can follow along with me. Bear with me one second. Okay, I'm going to skip through some of this information because some of this information, you know why you want to get a master's degree. So let's get to the good stuff. So all of our courses have been designed for the working adult. As I mentioned earlier, all of our master degree programs are 100% online. As you are going through the degree, an academic coach is provided to you. So if you have any questions along the way, you will have the name of that academic coach, and you can email them and they'll get back with you immediately. One of the things that I like so much about this is all of our online courses are taught by the exact same professors that teach on campus. Also, the degree that you're going to be getting, it's the exact same degree that you would be getting if you were taking this course on campus. You never have to go to the campus, but we highly recommend that you walk the stage at graduation if you choose to do so. As I was mentioning, why do you go back to school? It's to make yourself more marketable is the bottom line. So we have currently 4 master degree programs at University of Texas Arlington. The first one that we're going to talk about, you'll see up there, is the Educational Leadership and Policy Studies degree. For those of you that have been in education for a little bit, you would know that previously as mid-management. And the principal certification is included with this particular degree. Now, before I lose some of you, when you hear about principal certification, you do not have to be a principal. That is one thing that you can do with this. I consider this to be our most marketable degree because of the principal certification, because what that certification provides to you is leadership skills. So if you take a look at job descriptions in education in the state of Texas, let's say that you're looking for a director of a department, to be a director of a department, or to be an athletic director. Many times you will see principal certification is preferred. It is not yet required, but it is preferred. So if you're going for one of those positions and 5 other people are as well, and you're the only one that has the leadership training with that principal certification, you can see how that can make you more marketable. So don't rule it out because it's got that principal certification. The other thing that I will tell you about this degree, there is a 96% pass ratio. These professors prepare you to pass that exam, okay? The next 3 degrees that we have are all in curriculum and instruction. We have one with an emphasis in literacy, one with an emphasis in math, and one in science. All 3 of these are K through 12. So if we're talking about marketability, I would say the next most marketable degree is this curriculum and instruction with an emphasis in literacy, because as you see here, this prepares you to become a reading specialist, ESL certified, and also a master reading teacher. So while it's a very intensive degree, there's so many things that you can do with this once you're complete with it. I've talked to many teachers that once they've completed this degree, they're so excited because they've got so many options available to them. For those of you that might have your principal certification or down the road, you know that you want to be a superintendent, we also have the superintendent certification available to you as well. So let's get into the good stuff, the things that you really want to know about. The way that these master degree programs work, there's a total of 36 credit hours. You'll have 5 weeks on and 1 week off, so every 6 weeks you're going to complete a 3-hour credit course, which means there are 12 5-week courses. You will complete the degree in 18 months. The main question that I get at this point is, can I take more than one course at a time? No, you cannot. You're taking one course at a time, and that's how they designed this, because they know you are working, you have social, you have family, so that's the way that it works. One of the biggest questions I get, everybody wants to know about the GRE. We're very excited to tell you that if you have a 3.0 GPA, cumulative, or the last 60 hours on your undergrad, the GRE is waived. And if we were in a live setting, this is where you would start hearing people hoop and holler because they're very excited they don't have to take that GRE. The other thing, and there's not a bullet point on here, but I want to mention to you, this is a non-thesis master's. And that is another thing that folks get really excited about as well. Now, if you do need to submit your GRE scores, please note, there's a note at the bottom here, that you do need to submit those scores prior to being admitted into the degree. I've mentioned several times, and will continue to do, this is 100% online, and that's what makes it so easy because it's flexible. Typically, the way that this works, you can log on a Sunday night to see what your assignments are and when they are due. So let's say that you've got kids' soccer tournament on the weekend, or you've got a family reunion. That just means to you that on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, for example, you're going to really bulk up to get all your assignments due before you're out of town for the weekend. That's the nice thing about it. You don't have to be at campus on certain hours. And again, you're learning from the same professors that teach on campus. The superintendent certification, pardon me, I've got a little allergy today. It works a little bit differently. These are 8-week courses, and you've got a 2-week break in between. The total amount of hours to complete the superintendent certification is 15 hours. And you complete this degree in 14 months. The nice thing about this, it is taught by active and retired superintendents. I'm so sorry, guys. You do need to be currently serving in an administrative position or have 2 years of administrative experience at the building or district level. This next bullet point I want to be really clear about because we had a question come up on this. To be admitted, you do need a master's GPA of 3.75 or 3 recommendation forms. It's either or. You don't have to have both. And so I know that's making some of you feel better right now as you're hearing that. Again, 100% online. And with all of our degree courses, we have flexible start dates, and I will show you that here shortly. So everybody wants to know about tuition. The way that this works is you pay as you go. It's $820 per course for any of the master degrees that we talked about. Pardon me. That makes the total tuition $9,840 for the master's degree. Financial aid is available, and the curriculum and instruction degrees that we mentioned, those 3 degrees, those are Teach Grant eligible as well. And we'll get into that in just a moment. If you're looking at the superintendent certification, total cost there is $4,100. As you see, we do have a bachelor completion program, and if you have any questions on that, I want you to email me, and I'll show you at the end of this presentation how you can do that. So how do you get started? I will show you in just a moment what Round Rock's education benefit site is, and you'll be able to click on that link and not only apply, but you'll be able to see all the start dates, the tuition, all the courses, everything that we have talked about. You'll see on the right-hand side the address where you can send your official transcripts to do that. Also, there is a $40 application fee. If you are going to apply for the Educational Leadership and Policy Studies degree program, just note that there are 3 letters of recommendation that are required for that, and that's going to be on the website when you click on that link as well. So I mentioned that we have multiple start dates. I'll give you a good example of why this makes it so nice to have these multiple start dates. Summer is a great time for people to get started because they want to be already having their feet wet, so to speak, before their actual school starts back. Another great example is coaches. Depending on what sport that they are coaching, there are certain times of year that will only work for them to start. So here you can see our next course start date is August 11th, and the application deadline date is July 11th. Typically, you can count on that the application deadline date is always 30 days prior to the start date. Just like if you were on campus, if you miss getting all the details in on that application deadline date, you'll have to wait for the next start date. You've got plenty of time if you see a degree that you're interested in here to get everything in before the deadline date. So, Teach Grant, this is very popular. For those that are interested in one of the curriculum and instruction degree programs, remember we have the math, science, and literacy. Those degrees are Teach Grant eligible. What this means is it's possible that you can get up to $7,928 to go towards that degree. I am not the math major, but if you do quick calculations in your head, you can see how it might be possible that your degree might be less than $2,000. They do this on a per year basis. That's why you will see up to $3,964 and change. That's for the first year. Now, any time that you are given grant money, they want something in return. Once you complete that 18-month degree program, they want you to teach in a Title I low-income school in a high-need field for 4 years. You have 8 years to do that. It doesn't have to be consistent schools or consistent years. You can do this at a different district if you so choose. Just remember, teach in a Title I school in a high-need field for 4 years, and you've got 8 years to do it. So let's say that once you've completed that degree program, you've only taught for 2 years, and you decide to get out of education completely. You know that this turns into a loan, but you know that going into the program. So this is just another way to help you save on tuition. So I'm going to show you, you'll see there the link, apdegree.com/RoundRockISD. That's the link that you will click on to do everything. You can apply there. You can drill down and look at the courses of the different degree programs. You can see the start dates. Everything you'll need to do is from that particular link. Now, what I'm going to do, if you have any questions, please send them in. At this time, I'm going to pull up another PowerPoint presentation for our programs through Lamar University. Ryan, are we doing okay on everything here?
I think we're looking good. We can go ahead and move on to the next one.
Okay, perfect. Let me pull that one up. Okay, so different university, different degree programs. The first one that you will see listed here is the Educational Technology Leadership. That particular degree also comes with principal certification. It was found that many people that are becoming principals need the technology training, but they also need the principal certification. 97% pass ratio with Lamar University. Again, they prepare you to pass the exam. We have the master's degree in school counseling, pretty self-explanatory. Now, when I'm one-on-one, I like to have conversations with educators to find out what they see themselves doing in the next 5 years and the next 10 years. And one of the questions that I ask, do you see yourself staying in a classroom, or do you still see yourself being in an administrative leadership role? And you remember we talked about at UTA the Educational Leadership and Policy Studies degree. If you want to be in administration, that would be the degree to get. Here, with all of the teacher leadership degrees, if you are one that wants to stay in the classroom, this would be one of the degrees you would be interested in. As you are going through and getting your degree, you can take back immediately strategies into the classroom. So you are benefiting those students as you're continuing your education. And as you'll see here, we have teacher leadership with the following specializations: ESL, autism, special ed, and gifted and talented. The little asterisk that you see there, that just means that that includes 12 hours of coursework related to those specific specializations. The next degree we have is a master's in special education, and then we also have some with a specialization in autism and one in gifted and talented. It's very similar to the way that University of Texas Arlington works. It's 36 credit hours, 12 5-week courses. You've got 5 weeks on and 1 week off. So again, every 6 weeks you're going to complete a 3-hour credit course. And this is done in 18 months, taking one course at a time. The GRE is also waived here if you have the 3.0 GPA cumulative or last 60 hours on your undergrad. The difference is this: if you need to submit your GRE scores, you can do that within the first 9 hours. So you can go ahead and be admitted and start taking the courses and just know that you can get that GRE score in within the first 9 hours. Once again, flexible start dates, 100% online, same professors that teach on campus. It's a different university, so there's different tuition. Total tuition is $750 per course. Again, you pay as you go. Total tuition is $9,000 and financial aid is available. By the way, if you will email me on the questionnaire that you will see in just a moment, I'll let Ryan tell you where that is. I am going to email you a resourceful links guide. It has federal funding information on it. I am not the financial aid expert, but I try to pass on to you all the information that you might need. And on that document that I will email you is specific information for the Teach Grant. Okay? We've got some preparation programs through Lamar University. So, for example, you'll see the first one is the principal certification. If you already have your master's degree and you're looking to get that leadership training and get your principal certification, you can do that. Basically, you can look at it as it's half the amount of time and half the amount of money as the master's. You've got 6 5-week courses, 5 weeks on, 1 week off, total of 18 hours, and you'll complete that certification in 9 months. $750 per course, which is a total of $4,000 tuition. We also have the ESL certification. And for those of you that might already be a school counselor or you're getting your master's in school counseling, you'll see that we have the counseling and development certification. This has been really exciting. We've just added this very recently. Then you've got the autism certification or the special ed certification, and also gifted and talented certification. All of this information you can delve down into and take a deeper look when you click on the link. So the programs at Lamar that are Teach Grant eligible are the special ed programs. Special ed and then special ed with autism and gifted and talented specializations. Again, it's the same as I mentioned earlier. That means you're eligible for the funding that you see there. You will need to click on that link from the email that I send you, the Teach Grant. I kind of give you the 30,000-foot view of this, and they'll give you all the details. But just remember, the qualifier is once you complete that 18-month degree program, they want you to teach in a Title I low-income school for 4 years in a high-need field, and you've got 8 years to do that. Here you will see the start dates and application deadline dates for the master degree programs and the certifications. You'll see that July 14th is the start date with an application deadline date of June 13th. So here we are on June 3rd. That might make that tight for you. It's still very doable, but then you'll see the next start date of August 25th. And we haven't mentioned, we do have, for any paraprofessionals that you might know that are wanting to complete their bachelor degree, we do have, it's called the BAAS, the Bachelor of Applied Arts in Sciences. It works a little bit differently. You can get credit for any military or work experience. Obviously, you can transfer credit hours in. It does say here that there's 8 and 15-week courses, but I will tell you, I think they're about to do away with the 15-week courses because everybody wants to be done with this as soon as possible, and so there's multiple start dates for the 8-week courses. And tuition is $669 per course. With the bachelor degree program here, the BAAS, you can take as many courses at a time as you can fit into your lifestyle and as you can afford. I'll tell you, because it's listed on here, the Bachelor of General Studies, that's really for anyone that's just out of high school that doesn't have any work experience. So we're going to pass over that today. And then that you'll see for the BAAS Bachelor Completion, the next start date is August 25th. You will see that August 25th is also when they have the 15-week start date. The district benefits site is going to be the same link that I showed you earlier. I'll bring that up in just a minute. $25 application fee. And then you'll see the address for you to send your official transcripts in, along with your GRE scores if you need to do that. Again, there is the link, the apdegree.com/RoundRockISD, that you can click on. And here is my email address. It's Sherry, SHERI, Dodson, DODSON, @apdegrees.com. It's best to reach me by email, but you can always call and leave a message at 512-666-5447. So I hope that has been helpful to you. If you have any questions at all, just shoot me an email, and I'll be happy to help you in any way I can. Ryan?
All right, well, thank you, Sherry. It was very informative to our Round Rock ISD teachers. And as far as that questionnaire, if you'd like to get more information from Sherry about either of these online degree programs, I added a link to it in the event page. The link is bit.ly/RRISD online degree. And I will add that also to a slide at the end of this video if you have any questions about where to find that. And we'll be sending this out through the Round Rock ISD Professional Development blog this week as well. So feel free to share it with others in the district. And if you have any questions at all, you can contact Sherry and contact me, and we can get those questions answered for you. Anything left to add, Sherry, before we sign off?
I think that's it. I appreciate it, and I look forward to getting to know some of the teachers.
All right. Thank you very much. Everybody have a good day.